So today we are going to do a small interview, and this is Mike.
Hi.
His name is Michael Skorsky, and he's my English teacher. Thank you for being here today.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure.
So the first question, what do you think is the biggest struggle for English learners?
The biggest struggle? Well, if you're talking about the mechanics of English, it depends on the country that you're from. Some people have a lot of trouble with grammar, verbs, especially perhaps a Chinese student, right?
Yeah, so let's say for international students.
In general, what I find the biggest problem is finding opportunities to practice.
Okay.
Okay, so many of our students come after they've spent high school, junior high, maybe even college studying English, but they've never had an opportunity to practice English with a living, breathing human being. So even though they may have a very large vocabulary, even though they may have good grammar skills, the first time they're faced with a conversation, they don't know what to do.
Okay.
So finding opportunities to get out into the world and practice English with real, living, breathing people is sometimes a struggle.
It's kind of communication, right?
It's a practical problem. How do you find the opportunities to communicate with real people?
Okay, thanks. So, question 2. Do you have any advice for them to get better at their English?
Yes. Okay, so first of all, everybody needs to you can't speak a language unless you know a lot of words, right? So the first thing to do is start acquiring a good vocabulary. Read, look up things in the dictionary. Every time you listen to something, write it down, look up the definition. You need words, right? Then, after you've gone through some basic grammar, maybe with an English class or a grammar book, then you need to start hearing the way it is used by real people, right? So as I said, the best thing you could possibly do is meet friends or meet people who speak that language. Use it with them as regularly as possible, okay? Not everybody can do that, right? We have busy lives, people have jobs, they may not have much time to go speak with people in the foreign language. So something you can do there is, I highly recommend watching movies and television, okay? But don't just watch it passively like an observer. Try to participate. And what I mean by that is study the movie, study the TV show. Stop the movie from time to time and repeat the words and phrases that you hear on the screen. Try to sound like the actors or the actress. In other words, don't just try to get the pronunciation of each word. Get the up and down of the whole sentence.
Intonation.
The intonation of the entire sentence, right? That makes it much easier for a native speaker to understand you. Even if your pronunciation is good, if you're accenting the wrong word in a sentence, it will make the listener stop and say, wait a minute, you have to process for a second, right? So if you can watch the same movie several times and learn a good number of phrases and sentences, that's a good way to practice and improve your conversation skills, even when you're not in a conversation, right? You're in a conversation at that point with Russell Crowe or Matt Damon or Gwyneth Paltrow or somebody like you're having a conversation with them. Don't watch Titanic. It's just too long and not good. But I think that's a great way. Another way is some of these websites that have text and audio. For example, Voice of America, right? I think the BBC has something similar. And some other news sites have text and audio so that you can read and listen and then repeat in your own voice. That will help a lot, right?
Okay,
and that will help you use the grammar and the vocabulary that you've already studied in something close to a real life situation. But again, as always, it's always better to try to get to meet and talk with real people in a real life situation.
Or trying to meet you.
If they can meet me, that's even better. Thank you.
All right. The last question, a little bit personal.
Yes.
So as far as I know, you used to be a lawyer.
Yes.
And you have been teaching English for years now.
Yeah, about 18 years.
What do you like the most about being an English teacher, especially teaching international students?
Okay, well, I would say there's two things. The first is it's an opportunity to meet really wonderful people. Don't get a big head, but the people I meet are very interesting, they're wonderful, they're highly motivated, they want to learn. it's just a pleasure to work with them, right? Plus, you meet people from all walks of life, right? People who work with their hands, people who are professors, people who are professionals of one kind or another, from every conceivable country and every conceivable profession, every religion, every walk of life, different opinions. It's an amazing opportunity to meet a lot of different kinds of people. So I love that. As for teaching itself, I think the thing that is most satisfying to me is to see somebody who has a goal or a dream, right? But their language skills are preventing them from getting there, right? And then to see through practice, through instruction, through studying, to see them achieve that goal. For some people, the goal is very simple. I want to meet my neighbors. I want to be able to talk to people on my street, right? But because they can't use English, they're shy and they don't want to talk to people, so they feel isolated. After an English class, after a semester or two, they gain the confidence to make friends. That's fantastic. Another person's goal may be to get a good job. And after, we've had students who've come here with a high level of education or are very good in a particular profession, but they have to start back at the bottom because of their English skills.
Yeah.
Well, when we see them gain the skills necessary to go back to their profession, that's a great feeling. They feel satisfied, we feel satisfied, and just to see how happy the people are when they've achieved their goal. That's what I love about it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
You're a great
It's very
student.
sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.